I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in. Thank y'all for tapping into Yo Cuz podcast, man. Y'all know who it is, man. It's Cuz on the one and twos, man. Thank y'all for tapping in. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and drop a comment on this episode, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank y'all for all the support. Y'all been giving the page, man. Y'all been the best. You feel what I'm saying? I'm loving all the subscribers. I'm loving all the comments. I'm loving all the likes, man. Thank y'all for tapping in to that Yo Cuz podcast. PSA ain't gonna waste no time. So listen, a couple of weeks ago, Trump signed the paper of the National Guards going to Memphis, right? So now I'm just giving y'all the update of what's going on in Memphis. You feel what I'm saying? They say it's quiet in Memphis. They said, man, they shut the block down in Memphis. We won't know until y'all pay attention to that Yo Cuz podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. And I'm lit. Y'all already know. Thank y'all for tapping in. Let's go.
Being here this morning. We gathered together earlier today, this group of local and state and federal officials to discuss the next steps for the Memphis Safe Task Force and to talk about successful efforts that have already been.
Remind y'all though that the National Guards is in Memphis cleaning Memphis up. You feel what I'm saying? And another thing I want y'all to remember this too is that they don't need no gun license to carry a gun in Memphis neither. So make sure y'all pay attention. We lit.
Underway. And part of the goal today is just to begin a regular cadence of updating Memphians on this safe task force as it proceeds in the weeks and months ahead. But before I get into the operational details, I just want to say, Memphis is a world-class city. And before us, we have a generational opportunity to make Memphis a safe city. I love Memphis. I have known Memphis my whole life. My grandparents lived here. My mom was born and raised here. My cousins, my aunts, my uncles. I spent part of my summers in this great city. And I care deeply about the people of Memphis and the city of Memphis. And so do these people that are standing up here behind me and beside me. This is a collaborative group of men and women, leaders, who believe that in fact we have a generational opportunity to make this city a safe city once again. We want every Memphian to feel safe as they enjoy all that this great city has to offer. And we're not going to let anything hold us back from allowing this city to be all that it can be. The story of crime in Memphis is about to be a story of the past, and that's what we need it to be. That's what this effort is about, and that's what we will be embarking on in the next days. A lot of work has gone into making this possible. A lot of work has already been done. As you know, there was months ago we began the process of engaging with resources, federal resources. The U.S. Marshal Service was on the ground here months ago. The FBI has been operating under Operation Viper. Hundreds of arrests were made in that operation, and now this will continue with the Memphis Safe Task Force.
This Italian trick with raw tomato is making prostate surgeries drop across Europe, and in the U.S.,
I'd like to say that I'm grateful for the men and women standing behind me and the work that's already been done and the collaborative work that's been done. Mayor Young and I meet every month, whether it's in person or.
They cleaning up Memphis. They cleaning up Memphis. They're gonna try to stop all the shooting and the killing in Memphis. It's not a game. It's not a game. They not playing at Memphis. You heard what he said. Make sure y'all pay attention what's going on, man. We lit. They trying to clean up Memphis.
Virtually, we meet every month and have for the last month since he came into office. We talk about the things that are happening positively in Memphis, and we talk about the challenges that are happening in Memphis, including crime, and how it is that we can work together to solve that. The mayor's commitment to tackling crime in this city is very clear, and it has been since the day he got into office. And this step that we are taking together is a continuation of that commitment to solving the crime problem in this city. For 7 years now, our administration has worked together with locals to commit resources to lowering the crime rate and to increasing public safety in the city of Memphis. Magnifying the highway patrol presence significantly, investments in funds and grant programs throughout the 7 years. I'm announcing today that we will be providing an additional $100 million in grant funds toward public safety initiatives in the state of Tennessee, in the city of Memphis, from the state. It's an effort to combine what we're doing with this task force with additional resources from the state to magnify the effectiveness of this. And now we have new partnerships that are at the federal level that have created this generational opportunity that I spoke to earlier. President Trump understands that cities like Memphis need federal resources. He understands what the city needs and has committed those resources to us. And I want to thank the president for the ability that we have today to use those federal resources to fight crime in our city. I want to thank President Trump. I want to thank Attorney General Pam Bondi. I want to thank Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. I want to thank FBI Director Kash Patel. Each one of these people. I want to thank U.S. Marshal Director Gadi Serralta, the DEA Director Terry Cole. Each one of these men and women have worked together with us in the planning stages of this operation so that we can have a safe Memphis again. As I said, planning's been underway for months. Specific planning for this task force has come together, in particular in the last several weeks. And we will begin operations for the Memphis Safe Task Force next week. Personnel from 13 agencies will be on the ground in Memphis next week. It will begin a phased operational approach. This will occur in phases. It'll happen.
Listen, this was going on in Memphis, right? I told y'all like 3 weeks ago, Trump signed the paper having the National Guards come over there. So now that the National Guards over there, they shutting that shit down. They pulling over every car. They going over every alleys. They doing the same thing they did in D.C., bro. It's not a game. They ain't cutting no corners. They going through everybody's shit. For real. Like them National Guards is different type of people, bro. You feel me? They are different type of people. When I mean they got the DMV quiet as shit, they got the DMV quiet. This shit is not a game, bro. When I mean they walking around through all the dangerous neighborhood in Southeast and Southwest, and they walking around in all the danger neighborhoods and alleys and everything, bro. They not playing. If you out here doing crime, they're gonna lock you up. It's not a game. They get to go in your car. You can say, "Oh man, it's my right. You can't go on my car, this and that, bro." They don't care about none of that shit, bro. They going in your car. It's not a game. Don't play with them folks, man. If you ride around dirty, put that shit up, bro. Don't play with them folks. They're gonna lock your ass up. It's not a game.
Happen over the next weeks and months, and most importantly, this will be a sustained effort. When I spoke with the president in the Oval Office last week, I reiterated to him and to the folks that are a part of the federal resources here that what matters to us most is that this is a sustained effort, that this creates a long-term strategy for Memphis, for the city to be safe in the long run. The goal is lasting safety, and the mission will be sustained. I want to speak briefly about the agencies that are represented and the different roles that they're going to play, because what's important to know is this is a multi-agency effort. This is a multi-leveled effort of agencies working together. The U.S. Marshal Service will chair this operation and this task force. We're grateful to have their local leadership here today. Tyrese Miller is the U.S. Marshal for the West Tennessee region, and the U.S. Marshal Service will head this effort up. The FBI, the Drug Enforcement Agency, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms departments of the federal government, those law enforcement officials will be on the ground in Memphis next week to begin the collaboration with local law enforcement, Memphis Police Department, Shelby County Sheriff's Office, and the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Speaking of the Tennessee Highway Patrol, we have over 300 troopers that will now be assigned to this region. That will ensure that at any one time we have 100 Highway Patrol officers on the ground. That is a significant increase in the presence of Highway Patrol in Shelby County for this operation. Department of Safety Commissioner Jeff Long is here, Colonel Matt Perry, Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Johnson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol. The Highway Patrol will play a major role in making sure that there is support as well for Memphis Police Department and Shelby County Sheriff's Department.
So if you're on that highway, bringing that work in, you might just get pulled over, bro. Stay on the highway too, bro. Put that work up, bro. It's not a game. They're gonna lock that shit down. I'm telling y'all, that's how they did the DMV. I'm telling you.
The Tennessee National Guard, deputized by the U.S. Marshal Service, the National Guard will play a critical support role to local law enforcement here in Memphis. These are guardsmen and women who are Tennesseans, who will be a part of displaying the volunteer spirit and stepping up and serving their neighbors here in Shelby County as a part of this effort. They will serve as a force multiplier to the Memphis Police Department.
Who's that?
Oh, he marks up medicines.
340B medicine markups?
Bingo.
Every time I hit a bottleneck, I build a new AI employee to crush it.
I used to say that I had one AI employee where
their support role will be important to make sure that the efforts necessary by the police department and the sheriff's department are maintained. They'll work in tandem with law enforcement officers. I want to thank Major General Warner Ross, Adjutant General for Tennessee National Guard, for being here as well. Key to this effort is the mayor and the police chief. These are two individuals that I've worked with for a long time in efforts to make sure that this city is safe. I am grateful for their collaborative work here today. It's very important that we all understand the goal and that we work together to accomplish that. So I want to give each of them an opportunity to say a few words. Mayor?
All right. Thank you, Governor. Thank you all for being here today, and thank you, Governor, for pulling together this convening and this dialogue. It's much needed. I know that there are a lot of questions in our community. There's a lot of feelings, passionate emotions, whether you're for it or against it. But as the leader of our city, my goal is to make sure that as resources come into our community, we find ways to use them effectively and for the benefit of the residents of our great city. Memphis is a city that I love, been here all my life, and I want to see Memphis succeed. And I will say that success is the only option. That's one of the things we talked about in our meeting just prior to this. We have 3 goals that we have as a city as we go through this. Number 1, we want to make sure that we're building on the existing strategies that have demonstrated success. Number 2, we want to make sure that as we go through this process, we maintain the continuity of services to the public. And then number 3, we want to make sure that we find ways to sustain the gains that we will achieve long term. Those are the dialogues that we're going to continue to have. As this process begins, my commitment to the public is to make sure that we are communicative, that we're transparent, and we bring the public along every step of the way. I'll answer more questions as they come during the Q&A, but I'll turn it over to Chief Davis.
Good morning. My comments will be brief. I am grateful to the governor for bringing these individuals together to help discuss and clarify the roles of the various individuals that will be involved in this operation over the next several weeks. As many of you know, the Memphis Police Department and local law enforcement have asked for several years to have more federal law enforcement support to investigate and to help facilitate the prosecution of individuals that are committing the worst of the worst crimes in our city. And so today, we are pleased to know that there are 13 agencies that will be working with us over the next few weeks so that we can see a difference in our city. Our main concern is to make sure that Memphians know that the work that is done is on their behalf and that we will not deviate from the manner in which we do work every day in the city of Memphis. And so we're looking forward to this collaboration, we're looking forward to the results, and we're looking forward to forwarding the work and advancing the work that the men and women of the Memphis Police Department and local law enforcement have been doing for several months. So thank you.
We are in a unique place here in Memphis. Never before has a city in this country had access to the level of resources that is about to be made to the city of Memphis. There's no city in America that has access to the resources we're about to get. And that is very hopeful for me. And I see this team of professionals behind us that are willing to work together to make this city safe. It's exciting for me. We have to do this. We have to do it for the Memphis business community, small businesses and large employers. I talk to CEOs all the time who want to move to Memphis and who want to bring jobs and who want to bring opportunity. And we have to make it possible for those companies to feel good about making the moves here. And we have to do this for Memphis families. We have to do this for the people who live and work and worship and play and their children are on the streets. We have to do this for the people that live in Memphis. I recently heard from a
Thank y'all for tapping into Yo Cuz podcast, man. Like I said before, the National Guards is there. They shutting shit down. They not playing no games, man. You feel me? Trump sending them everywhere. You feel me? Trump sending them everywhere. The people signing that paper for him, and he's sending them. But see, he already had that shit planned. He had all that planned all the time, bro. What he was going to do with them National Guards, man. But listen, man, that's the update of what's going on in Memphis. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop a comment out this episode, and we lit. Catch you on the next one.